What's good, y'all? Knucklehead Street. Welcome to the turf. We right here. We're gonna kick it for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all the feds is on it. I don't know if it has like what the date, or the time of the month or the year. What's going on with today, bro? The feds been on it. I think this news report came out yesterday because when I clicked you know what I'm saying. I think, uh, you know, uh, Wednesday the 22nd. I believe. I'm not sure because the video said something like 20 hours ago. So it's 2:13. So anyway, yesterday evening, pretty much. But from last night all the way up till this morning, today, the Fed's been just boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like big bust. You know what I mean? Like not no little small. Anything the Feds it gets involved in, um, it's a big deal. You're 20 months or better. It's not no little time shit. Anyway, so this is the biggest bust in New Jersey history. Millions of dollars worth of drugs seized and largest drug bust. I only saw like a little bit of it, so I think it says something about 40 kilos of fentanyl, like just all type of shit. Anyway, we gonna get into it. Give me 1 second, bro. Damn, my internet's slower than a motherfucker.
Prosecutors call it one of the largest drug busts ever in New Jersey. The DEA says it seized loads of narcotics, weapons, and enough fentanyl to kill millions.
Damn.
Investigators say the crime ring operating in Clifton supplied drug dealers from the tri-state and beyond. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates is live in Newark with more. Tony?
Yeah, Sade, investigators say their suspect was selling kilos of drugs to his customers. That essentially, as you said, made him a supplier to drug dealers up and down the eastern seaboard. One critical tip gave investigators the upper hand.
Oh, see, that's why it's like, man, when you get up to a certain level, it's like you really gotta try to cover up your steps, and it's just so easy. You know what I'm saying, to get caught up nowadays, bro. It's like if even if some motherfucker could get bammed up with like a gram or like just a tenth or type shit. And if they know anything about you, you think they're not gonna take that time. They're gonna throw your ass under the bus. Damn.
Law enforcement recovered in these raids over 40 kilograms of fentanyl, approximately 52 kilograms of methamphetamine, more than 2 kilograms of crack cocaine, also known as cocaine base.
New York's Drug Enforcement Agency acted on a tip from a confidential informant. Those agents, along with New Jersey officers, pulled together a surveillance operation outside two garages near an apartment complex in Clifton. It took from April 15th to April 17th, just 3 days, to bring down a drug trade that agents say put millions of doses of dangerous drugs on the street. This is what they found tucked away in the garage after the arrest of 47-year-old Nankel Sturdo Solorzano of East.
If if it only takes 3 days for them to bring down like your whole, you heard them. 40 keys of fent. I think they said also like 50 keys of ice. You know what I'm saying? Plus, however many keys of crack cocaine and cocaine, like the powder form. If it took just 3 days for them to take all that down, something like y'all was slipping, bro. Like, you know, um, a lot of 9 times out of 10, just from my experience, like those kind of operations is like a motherfucker who started on the ground, as a grind level, who just happened to have a hell of a hustle and worked his way up to being big boy status. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to, it ain't your common household one of the mills cartel member. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker with like that. If it's gonna be that easy, there's either two possibilities. One, he started from the ground up and worked his way up big and had a lot of people who knew about him to the point to where, in this scenario, just a tip, just some tip, you know, can lead them to bust all that shit. Or I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these cartel motherfuckers ain't worth a fuck. When they come to the States, they're just so wide open. From my own experience, I know that. Like you could call up the plug, and these motherfuckers, you know, they'll give you fucking 20 pounds of weed, and they'll every letter, every word, like they're not trying to hide nothing. Like I don't understand this shit, bro. I be like, whoa, like this, like talking like that's hot as fuck, bro. Like chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway, who knows though?
Starnes.
The approximately 40 kilograms of fentanyl are equal to millions upon millions of lethal doses of fentanyl, and that is why fentanyl is now considered a weapon of mass destruction.
For 2 days, agents watched drug transactions by 2 confidential informants, each, they say, meeting up with Solorzano in a parking lot. The informants.
Weapons of mass destruction is crazy, bro. Like, just to think, I think it was designed like that. My personal opinion is, you know, the world, the motherfuckers who run the world, you know what I'm saying? We're talking who deal in supplying countries, made all the money they wanted to make, you know, with the heroin and the opiates. And you got all these addicts, and the streets are so dirty and scummy. It's like, we don't know what to do with them. They litter the street. There's tents popped up everywhere. Fuck it. We'll just give them what they want. We'll give them a stronger opiate that's so strong it'll kill them. So that they can wipe away the homeless population. They can wipe away the street level addicts and dealers. Wipe them out of the picture. So the only people who have access to it have the money to cover up their addictions. You know, have professional jobs that are addicts, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be surprised some of the things I've learned in, you know, just me as one person in my 43 years of being alive. Just the professionals, you know, jobs people who have addictions, you'd be surprised. Nurses, doctors, lawyers, like there's a lot of people out there suffer from the disease of addiction. So yeah, you know, I just think it was designed this way. You know what I'm saying? It was designed. They started pumping fentanyl to get rid of the homeless population. You know, cause fuck it, we'll let them, you know, do it to themselves. Once enough people have died, then we can label it a pandemic or a crisis, and that means we can get federal funds to you know, to try to deal with it. You know, so it's a win-win situation. You know what I'm saying? For us, it's a lose-lose situation because, you know, there's no other choice. There's no old school heroin anymore, or it's all fentanyl. Fentanyl completely took over. So it's like every time you know you have to get well. It's not a matter of getting high. When people get into the levels of addiction that they're in, it's not, nobody gets high anymore. You're just trying to not be sick. So it's like, and I remember just speaking from personal experience, you know, every time I would do something like, damn, is this the one that is gonna kill me or not? You know what I'm saying? Like every time before I would get well or before I would use period, am I gonna die from this? Like those are the kind of things that would run across my mind. Period. So it's like I have to have this to stay well. If I'm choosing to not get clean, if I'm choosing to not get sober, then I have to. It's either get sober or die. You know what I'm saying? Or run the risk of dying. There's no, you know, in between, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way that it is. So it was designed for it to be a weapon of mass destruction. I think it's just my personal opinion, but enough of my rambling. Shit, we'll get back to the video.
Walking away with bags that agents then confiscated, each containing a kilo of fentanyl-laced narcotics.
An organization of this magnitude is supplying most of the mills, many of the mills in the state of New Jersey, in New York, Bronx, Washington Heights. These kilos are distributed to people who are running the mills and the people who are then distributing them and killing Americans.
They also recovered an AK-47, a shotgun, and several handguns.
And that combination, the large quantities of fentanyl and other drugs, paired with these firearms is exactly what drives violence and endangers our communities here in New Jersey, in New York, and across the country.
And Solorzano has been through the ringer before. He was arrested back in 2007 in Bergen County for various drug charges. The investigation in this case continues. For now, we're live here in Newark, New Jersey. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
So, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have much to say, man. It's unfortunate because now the streets are going to be dry. Motherfuckers are going to be sick. It's a lose-lose situation out there, man. It's like you want to try to clean up the streets, but you're not providing an alternative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wake up, I'm just gonna go if one dealer gets popped, then I'm just gonna go to another one. You know what I'm saying? Like any good addict or experienced addict is gonna have 2-3 plugs. You know what I mean? One gets popped, I'm gonna just run to the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, that's 100%. That's how it works. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you can really do about it. You can try to fight and win these small little battles, but the big war, drugs are always gonna be there. Self medication is just a natural, natural thing. To me, it's a part of being human. You know what I mean? Like humans have been self medicating for millennia, decades, thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. So anyway, oh yeah, it's a wrap for whoever this guy is right here. He's about to be gone. He's gonna be gone for a long time, long time. Anyway, yeah, man, this your boy. Shout out New Jersey. Shout out the addicts. Shout out the rehab. Shout out everybody. Just another day down, and I'll see y'all here in a little bit because I got another video I'm about to drop. So, peace.